everyone, and welcome. My name is Janine, and thank you for joining me for today's flowy shoulder-focused practice. You can, of course, expect a variety of stretches and exercises that are targeted to the shoulders, but we'll also move through some movements for the neck, the spinal column, the wrists, and you'll generally feel that you got a full body practice by the end of this flow. So let's go ahead and get into it. So finding yourself in a cross-legged seat. And once you're there, we're going to begin with a few shoulder rolls. Inhaling as you lift your shoulders up towards your ears, and then exhaling as you roll them back and down. Doing that a couple times and accentuating your movements, really squeezing your shoulders up towards your ears as you inhale, and then really letting them drop down and away from you on your exhale. And when you're ready, go ahead and switch directions now. So rolling your shoulders back and up on that inhale, and then exhaling as you roll them forward and down. So just doing that a couple times and noticing how it feels as we begin to warm things up. Feel free to bring any other intuitive micro movements in here that feel good to you. And we'll complete our final round with a big exhale out the mouth. From here, go ahead and drop your chin down towards your chest, moving slowly as you begin to rock things over, bringing your right ear to your right shoulder, and rocking it back, forward, and then over to the other side, feeling the length that you're creating through the sides and the back of your neck. Just moving at your own pace here. Just noticing what feels good, or maybe where you would like to hold for a full round of breath. Maybe as you rotate your head over to the side, you begin to continue that rotation so you're lifting your chin up towards the sky, getting a stretch through the front of the neck here, and then rolling it over to the other side, coming into a full circle, just being very gentle here. Continuing that rotation a few more times. Switching directions when it feels good to you. And once your chin is tucked down towards your chest again, we'll slowly roll it up back to center. And from here, go ahead and roll forward onto your hands and knees. From here, we're going to turn our hands so our fingertips are facing towards us. Really think about pushing into your fingertips and your knuckles here, so you're not putting too much weight into your wrists, creating a nice stretch through the forearms and the wrists. And as you take your next inhale, we'll drop the belly, lift the gaze, coming into a cow pose. Exhaling as you push the ground away from you, rounding the spine, coming into your cat pose. Moving like this a few times in this variation of your cat and cow. Just move slowly here, really accentuating your spine. Again, pushing into your fingertips and your knuckles, so you're also feeling that nice stretch in your forearms. So just moving here, taking your time. And as you complete your final round, coming back into a neutral spine, we'll turn those fingertips back forward and just give your wrists a few circles here, just giving them a little relief and release from that deep stretch. Now from here, we're going to come into a few scap push-ups. Now, if you haven't done these movements before, then they're very subtle. It's nothing like a complete push-up. So our focus is entirely in the scapula. You're going to keep your arms completely straight, a little micro bend in the elbows for this. This is a complete focus on your shoulder blades, not your elbows. So you slowly move your chest down as you pinch your shoulder blades together. And then as you push yourself back up, you're separating and opening up the scapula, your shoulder blades. Also be sure that you're keeping your chin tucked here so your neck is neutral, so you're protecting your neck. So really focus on that scapula, moving slowly and taking your time so that you can really tune into this movement. Sometimes a helpful tip can be imagining that there is a pencil sitting vertically between your shoulder blades. Try and squeeze the pencil as you go down, and then push it away as you go up. Again, being sure that you're not bending your elbows here. It can definitely become tiring, sometimes a lot quicker than you might expect. So we'll just do a couple more movements. And releasing. From here, let's begin to walk our hands forward, lowering our chest towards the mat and placing the forehead down as we come into our puppy dog pose. Keeping your hips in line with your knees here and pushing into the tops of the feet, pushing into your hands. Just really letting your chest melt down. Getting a nice stretch through the shoulders, the pectorals. Breathing deeply. And we're going to slowly just sink our hips back so they're onto the heels, keeping your head down and finding yourself in your child's pose. And just staying here for a few rounds of breath in and out of the nostrils. On your next inhale, slowly beginning to drag your hands towards you as you round and roll your spine up, standing onto your knees, letting your head be last to come up, and then opening up your chest wide, squeezing your shoulder blades in cactus arms. And as you exhale, we'll float our hands down, sliding them along our thighs and back down along the mat, coming back into your child's pose. We're going to flow here a few times. So again, rolling up slowly, following your breath, opening your arms into that cactus. And on your exhale, dropping your hips down, sliding your hands along your thighs and down into your child's pose. So we're opening and we're contracting here. So really using your breath to begin and to end each movement. So make these movements your own. Let it feel good. Moving through these shapes. Just 2 more times. Next time you're back in your child's pose, we're going to shift our hands so they're back towards our heels, letting your shoulders round forward. So you're in this little pod. Then grabbing on to your heels for traction, just slowly and gently rolling forward onto the top of the head. So we're coming into our rabbit pose, getting a nice big stretch through the shoulders here. You should feel your scapula opening up. Being mindful not to put too much weight into the head, so taking care of your neck again. Taking a deep inhale. And as you exhale, releasing, dropping your hips back down onto your heels. And when you're ready, just slowly rolling yourself back up. And we'll meet back on our hands and knees. From here, planting firmly into your left hand as you reach and stretch your right hand all the way up towards the sky, opening up the chest. As you exhale, threading that arm underneath your left just for a moment. Then inhaling as you stretch it back up towards the sky, again opening up the chest, squeezing your scapula. Then exhale as you thread it through. Doing that one more time, inhaling as you stretch it up, and exhaling as you thread it through, this time relaxing down onto that right shoulder, the right side of your head, coming into your thread the needle. If you'd like, you can extend your left arm to the top of the mat, seeing how that changes in sensation here. Or maybe you'd like to come into a bind, bringing that left arm back behind you, resting it on your sacrum, creating a bit more of a twist and an open chest here. So your choice, where you would like to be in this thread the needle pose. Checking in with your breath, being sure you're breathing deeply and fully. Bringing your left hand back underneath your shoulder. And on your next inhale, we're going to push into that hand so we can unthread our right hand, bringing it back up. And then exhaling as we bring our right hand to meet our left in our tabletop. Moving into our other side, pushing into your right hand as you stretch and reach your left hand to the sky on your inhale. Exhaling as you thread it under just for a moment here. Inhaling as you stretch it back up, open your chest, squeeze your shoulder blades. Exhale as you thread it through. Doing that one more time. Inhale as you stretch up. And as you exhale, threading that arm through, this time relaxing down onto your left shoulder, your left side of the head. Then finding your variation with your right arm, maybe stretching it to the top of the mat, or perhaps coming into that bind, bringing it back behind you, resting it on your lower back, your sacrum, opening up the chest here. So finding your variation and staying here and breathing fully and deeply. Feeling once again that nice stretch that you're creating in your shoulders. Maybe doing a little body scan and noticing if you feel any sensations anywhere else. Then bringing your right hand back underneath your shoulder, pushing into it so we can untwist, stretching our left hand to the sky, and then bringing it back to meet our right. Releasing here, sitting back onto your heels. Let's take a deep breath in through the nose and out through the mouth. All right, coming into our next pose, we're going to open up our chest, stretching our arms into a big T, and then crossing your right arm underneath your left, bending at the elbows, bringing your forearms together and staying here, or perhaps binding your hands, lifting your elbows up, and then pushing your arms slightly away from you. We're coming into our eagle arms here. Maybe it feels good for you to drop your chin towards your chest. Another deep stretch to really open up the scapula and the back of the neck here. So breathing deeply into the stretch. And if you've tucked your chin, just lifting that back up. And we'll release the stretch, slowly untwisting. Opening ourselves back up into that big T. And let it go. Let's just roll our shoulders forward and back a couple times. Just get a little loosey-goosey here, releasing that stretch. And as you take your next inhale, we'll open up our arms wide again, shining your heart forward. And exhale this time as you cross your left arm underneath your right, bending at the elbows and finding your variation in your arms here, maybe binding, lifting those elbows up so they're in line with your shoulders, and then pushing your arms away from you, creating that deep, big opening through your scapula once again. If it feels good, you can go ahead and tuck your chin towards your chest, again creating that length in the back of the neck, and staying here for a couple deep, full rounds of breath. And you can go ahead and release, uncrossing, opening up your chest one last time, and then releasing, dropping your hands down, coming back into those shoulder rolls, forward and back. Whatever feels good here for you to get a little release. And moving into our Sukhasana cross-legged seat, completing our practice here with a few deep, nourishing rounds of breath. Breathing in through your nose, really fill yourself up. And then exhale, letting it out the mouth, maybe with a sigh. Couple more times on your own. Completing your last round as you bring your hands in Anjali Mudra at your heart center, bowing your chin down towards your chest, showing yourself just a little bit of love for taking this time for you, and saying namaste. And I thank you so much for choosing to join me as you take care of your beautiful body and mind. This act of self-care and self-love really does go a long, long way. I hope that you have a beautiful rest of your day. I'm sending you so much love, and I'll see you next time.